Time for News Extra on KNEB with our program today. Here's Kevin Mooney.
Thank you very much, Dennis. Good morning, everyone. We have a couple of folks here today to talk about a big workshop coming up next week that Region 22 Emergency Management is putting on. Tim Newman is here from Region 22. We also have one of my favorite people, Jill Allen from the Volunteer Center as well, is here, and she is helping Tim get volunteers. And Tim, you hired a good person here to get volunteers. She does a good job.
Oh, wait, I'm a volunteer.
I was going to say, her pay is really
good, I'm sure.
The free lunch coming up.
Free lunch coming up, right? Right. Okay, Tim, tell us about, I guess, first of all, what this is all about on Tuesday of next week from 8 to 4 over at the Civic Center.
Well, what we're doing is we're having a workshop to create a community organization active in disaster, or COAD. And the premise behind a COAD is it's basically an organization of organizations. It's kind of getting everyone together that would normally respond to a disaster, and even some organizations that may have not have thought that they had a place in disaster response, and trying to get them together ahead of time and make some plans on how to work together where we don't have redundancy of service in one area and other people falling through the cracks in another.
All right. And it's good to have this done and start putting together a plan for disaster ahead of time, because if you have something like they had in Pilger, those people realize they should have had something put together before a disaster.
Oh, absolutely.
Hit them, right?
Yeah, and Brent Curtis from Nebraska Emergency Management is going to be one of our speakers, and that's one of the subjects that he will cover is the response to Pilger and how volunteer groups from outside of the area came in to help out, and how the local people handled that situation.
All right, this workshop is all day, 8 a.m. to 4:30. You'll have the Nebraska Emergency Management people there. Who else will be there?
Right now we have about 51 people signed up. We've got space for 150, but we've got church groups, civic organizations, some businesses, and
some other nonprofits in the community.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully maybe some service clubs, right?
Yes.
Maybe you'll help out. Maybe somebody from Rotary, somebody from the Kiwanis clubs, something like that.
Yeah, we're looking for
kind of
people
understand
from all of the clubs.
Yeah, if you can get some people from each club and help out. All right, Jill, now you are part of the Region 22 Disaster Relief Committee, is that right?
I am, and I've actually, the Volunteer Center and myself has been a part of that since 2008.
Yeah.
And it's been a process. It's been us coming up with a manual of how we need to handle volunteers, and we've been recruiting volunteers for that for some time. And we're finally at the point now, although we're always looking for definitely more volunteers for that, definitely. But we're at the point now we also want to start pulling, again, like Tim said, businesses in, nonprofit organizations, religious organizations, clubs, just so we have so many. We just need everyone a part of this, and that's how things go well, having everybody a part, not a few people doing stuff, but having everyone help a little bit. That's how we make a difference and have things organized. So... And, we've done this group for a long time, but like Tim said, we're ready to move forward and have some additional help.
Yep,
get everyone
and
organized.
kind of get everything organized, right?
Yeah, it's time to.
So everybody knows what their roles are.
Yeah. And if something happens, we don't know. We've had things happen here. We've had tornadoes. We've had chemical spills. We don't know if something will happen again. Hopefully not, but we want to be prepared if it does.
Yeah, I remember the benzene thing. And that was interesting because I had to get my family to a totally different place while I was trying to cover it.
Oh, yeah.
And it was pretty interesting because, first of all, I think they moved us over to Gering, and then they ended up going somewhere else, and it was kind of haphazard that day.
I know. We were thrown up. We had to run out to my parents who live in the country in Minutair, and it was something else.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk more right after this.
Farmers near you can't stop talking about the performance of Asgrow. Tyler Kinney of Nebraska says, margins are tight, but Asgrow products improve my bottom line with outstanding yields that surpass the competition. Share your harvest success to win using hashtag MyFarmMyYield or visit asgrow.com/MyFarmMyYield to learn more. Plant assured. Plant Asgrow. Individual results may vary. Always read and follow grain marketing and all other stewardship practices and pesticide label directions.
We are back on News Extra. We're talking about a big Region 22 emergency management workshop on Tuesday, 8 a.m. to 4 o'clock. It's an all-day affair over at the Gering Civic Center as Region 22 tries to put together what's called a COAD, a community organization active in disaster group, and try to get not only people from the places where you would think to help out with a disaster, but maybe from some other places like businesses, church groups, service clubs, just other people involved and help out with disasters. They got about 50 people right now, Tim. You said you're hoping probably right now for about 75. So we're hoping to get another 24, 25 people. One of the ways to do it is to be on this show. So, folks, if you want to get involved in this, how do you do it, Tim?
Well, they have to be registered. That way we can keep a good count for the Civic Center where they can have a good meal and have everyone a plate. They can send me an email at tnewman@scottsbluff.org, or they can call me at 436-6689, and I will get their email and send them a link where they can. All they have to do is click on the link to register, type in their name and a couple more pieces of information, and we'll have them on the list.
All right. So that's how easy it is to get involved. Again, it's a full day thing.
Yes.
And I suppose if you had a group or something, if you had you were coming from a business and you couldn't afford to take the whole day off, could you have somebody go in the first half of the day and somebody else the second half of the day?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay. All right. So maybe that'll work for some of you that can't take off a whole day. Or if you don't want to talk to Tim for some reason, you can talk to Jill here. Talk to Jill Allen over at the Volunteer Center, and she'll get you helped out.
And my phone number is 632-3736, and my email is scbvolcenter@yahoo.com. And we'd like to have 75, but we'd love to have 150, but we have to have you register so we have the right amount of meals and those type of things.
And it's all absolutely free.
It's absolutely free, and it's going to be a great time to learn about what we need to do if a tornado or another disaster occurs and how we can all pitch in and help together.
All right. Okay, so get a hold of these folks and get over to that workshop on Tuesday. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate you coming in.
Thanks for having us.